here comes Bill, hopping down the bunny trail. The hippity hopping Easter's on its way, bringing every girl and boy baskets full of Easter joy, things to make your Easter bright and gay.
Hey, Rob Smith here. It's Easter Sunday, and that was Danny Kaye. And this is Easter Sunday 7:02. I'm just updating, trying to see if I can tune into my Facebook page. Of course, this is also live over at YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, etc., etc. Now, I sometimes have to figure out how to do announcements that I'm doing these. Not sure how yet, but whoa, that's loud. Let me see what I can do about that. Not sure how yet. Hopefully that works better. Wow, that came. Now it's funny how I'm using this um, connection here. I'm using the Streamlabs thing, and not the usual stuff I use. Let's see. What should I? Sunflowers. Sunflowers. Bree mentioned sunflowers. Let's see what I might do with that. And well, there's a. I don't know if you can think about that. Happy Easter, Sherry French. How are you? You're in Virginia now, right? I think you're in Virginia. Do I recall correctly? Do I have my geography correct? Hold on, let me turn this off. I just realized I left the. Oh, hold on just a moment. I'm trying to do. Turn it off. There we go. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Let me see what I'm going to do here. Um, let's see. Oh, that's awfully. That's not one I want. It's awfully. That's going to be okay. That's better. Okay. Let's see. What can I do with sunflowers? Well, I always start off with an eyeball. I don't know why. Well, let's say I do something with. I just saw the post by our friend Barbara McCann. She has already gotten a copy of River of Life 2. It just appeared Wednesday. A week ago, I hadn't even gotten it out to pasture yet to be able to have available. And here it is. She's already got a copy. I'd like to see a copy of it myself. Oddly enough, those of us who make these things can't see them right away. We have to wait. We have to wait for. It can take as much as a month. But wow, a couple days. That's remarkable. Let's see if I can do this. Maybe it's so. Here's a Easter bonnet with sunflowers in it. Those are a little small, aren't they? So let me pick up some size here. Uh, oh, you're back in now. Whereabouts in Florida are you? You had been in Marion County. Of course, I've also moved. I'm in Brevard County now. Do you know Bree? And she hasn't moved, but her job has, being down in Fort King. And apparently, I'm going to give a talk at Fort King January 28th. January. June 28th. Where am I? I'm going to tell a story to young folks. It's for a summer camp. It's going to be a swampy Florida story about Fort King. I have no idea what the story is going to be. Right? I have not a clue. I'll make it up. I may even make it up there because that's all. That's what folks really like to see me do. Make things up, like I'm doing right now. And that's what's fun for me is to make things up. I don't know about you if you growing up you got your Easter bonnet on, dressed up. Yes, nice. It is. Oh, you're in Mineola, so you can run over and go to the Donut King anytime you want to. Anytime you want to. Since they're open 24 hours a day, that's especially easy. Wow, I used to go to Donut King so often because of the gigs I did, but I haven't been doing those. And I usually go there when I did the homeschool convention, but I don't think I'll be there this year the way things are turning out. First time in 15. First one I'll miss in 15 of them. Well, that's not for certain yet, but I think that's what's going to happen. I hope to have another. Oh, 3:30 this morning. 3:30 this morning. Oh, golly, I buried it already. 3:30 this morning. Okay. I found my Ross Allen artwork from the Ross Allen book. So now I got a lot of things I'm going to change in it. I have all the digital stuff. I was looking for the original artwork. Turned out I actually had it the whole time. I just didn't know where it was. They don't. That's true. They don't sell the Castle burgers. Oh, they stopped selling those entirely. You'll have to the Royal Castle. That's something I recall the Royal Castle being in Titusville. I finally found someone who said they remembered it, but then I found it as something else, as the Royal, not Royal Castle's Royal something else, but not as Royal Castle. Of course, I remember the Royal Castle in Orlando was on the corner of Court Street and Court and um, of Court, and I'm just gonna making sure I draw this right because I can mess it up. Court and Church Street. I got to draw these shoes I'm figuring out. There we go. I remember sometimes there's some photos of us at Lake Eola, my sister and I, as we youngsters. There's also that very good. There's a very good Italian restaurant across the street and about a quarter mile north there on 27. Let me check myself here. Just I'll give her some knee socks. How about that? Funny how many guys today wear or run around knee pants. A White Castle? No, I don't think it was a White Castle. Maybe a Royal Castle. Hello, Carla Wilson. Carla Wilson's too young to remember that. Uh, uh, yeah, I know. I know that area. I know that. I don't think it was Pine. I don't think it was White Castle though. Royal Castle. There's the A&W root beer over on East Colonial. I don't think it was White. I think it was. I think it was a Royal Castle or a Burger Chef. Because White Castle has not really actively tried to get into our state. There's that one off International Drive, but that's about as successful as they've been. Most northern businesses like Kroger and all have failed miserably trying to come into Florida. Of course, we just had something change here. I've learned that, of course, we know that Aldi bought Jacksonville's Winn-Dixie. Apparently, that deal only got solidified. When did I see Christine? Was that Friday? Friday got solidified Friday. So should start seeing changes probably when Dixie and closures coming real soon. Should put a church here for this young lady dancing about in her Easter bonnet with all the frills upon it. By the way, as I was unpacking things, I realized I found I have a plate from Avon from the '70s. Speaking of the '70s, of Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, and scenes from Easter Parade, the film, full of Irving Berlin songs, tunes, nice little bit of artwork. Oddly enough, I don't see any credit for who did the artwork, and apparently that's the signature, but I don't know who it is. Drew Struzan did a whole slew of these where he had his name on the front and back, back in the '80s through the '90s. I've got some Struzans. I met Struzan once. What a nice guy. What a real down to earth, nice guy. He's over on the west coast of the U.S. Thank you for the drawing. You lived at, yep. Hello, Teresa Farrington. Yeah, Royal Castle. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and I kind of, I'll be in Titusville a week from tomorrow. I'm helping out with gonna be a big spring sale at the Pritchard House in Titusville, and I will be there helping them out. That'll be on the 13th of April. I think, hello, Christopher Urick. But I'm stumbling a little bit, but I'm just noticing some things are popping up here. I wish it wouldn't pop up. Since last night, I've turned this whole room around. I've switched the computers. I've laid out everything's laid out differently than it was. That's why I probably have this thing poking out. This is actually a swampy project. The swampy projects are over here, and Florida research is over here. Not that you know or care, but there you are. But anyway, Carla doesn't remember Royal Castle. I don't think. I think she's too young. And I to be honest, I barely remember them because my mother was very anti-fast food. We'd go to Morrison's and all, but we didn't. We wouldn't go to. You had a Morrison's at West Colonial. Actually, I just recently learned that Morrison's owned Imperial House. I didn't know. I'd had some indications, but I've got that verified. I didn't know that. And my grandparents loved Imperial House. I have some very fond childhood memories of that. Well, let's put some bunnies in here, just 'cause. Something I'm doing, worked on a bit last night, but some of these drawings I'm doing, I'm turning into of being available for prints over at Fine Art America, just because I'm not sure what to do with some of them. I figure, what the hey, and I'm being encouraged to try to do more to have things marketable, which I don't like doing, as certainly Carla knows. Who else might know that here? I tend to give a lot away. I was on the phone with Tom Hockman, and he was asking me about helping with something and what it was going to cost. And I said, "Oh, I'll just do it." No, no, no. And now here's something where Farrington would come in and say, "No, no, no, you'll just give stuff away." The only thing I'm insisting about giving away is talks on Florida history to homeschool groups. That I ain't budging on. Now, if insisted, I'll might take this or that just to help fund the cause. I just picked up. Oh, I wish there were some more Orlando people here. I just picked up a 1947. Where is it? It's over in the other room. 1947 Orlando High School yearbook. I found that on Thursday. I was at the Italian American Club, or Fred Virginia Patterson. She's been posting food pictures from there for years, and I kept saying, "I'll get there. I'll get there." I finally did on Thursday. Wasn't that far away. And I realized I was near an antique store, so I poked in there, and there was a 1947 OHS yearbook, and my dear old pal Jack Kazantzis is in there as a wee youngster. He's the one who got us the Christmas star back up in downtown Orlando. Jack was a great guy. Funny, funny guy. Yeah, I was real tickled. I've been collecting, gathering Florida history stuff now for almost 40 years. I've never come across this. I have so many friends who went to OHS. Of course, in 1952, OHS split into Edgewater and Boone. And dear friend, and also the editor, one of the two editors of the new River of Life #2, Gracie Tuning, it was part of that first graduating class. She made it. She had to. She was already at OHS, and the split came. And what happened was W.R. Boone went to Boone, and O.R. Davis became principal of Edgewater. But Grace was there, and she went from OHS and graduated from Edgewater. Still was wonderful. Probably the best person anyone who knows her knows this. Mentioning Barbara McCann, Barbara knows that too. Anyone who's met Gracie knows she's just one of the best people probably on the planet. She's still going strong. And the other editor was our friend Melissa Busby. Melissa's having some tough times here. Prayers for her, as her mother's having a lot of troubles. I'm going to put a church back here just because it just would fit. I know my friend Ellie Richards, Ellie and Marshall Richards. Ellie Richards mentioned something about that, so I'll put a little cross up here. I'm drawing a series of buildings right now. I just think of that as I'm drawing a building. Oops, I didn't do that right. I didn't do that right. Unless you put a bell tower up here. And let's see, one is the Melbourne Hotel that's still there. It's now in the 1900 building in downtown Melbourne. The Pritchard House, that's a building I'm doing a drawing of for this spring sale. It'll be for sale. I don't know how much it'll be. You ask me, I'll say $1. I don't know what it'll be. I'm just going to leave it to Ross Foster to figure it out, I think. Tell her you put a price because it's to raise money for the Pritchard House, which I think was one of my favorite buildings in the state. Another one is the Rogers Building in downtown Orlando. I should probably should. This looks very empty. I should put some look like people here. It's a little people. So she's in her Easter bonnet, church attire. And yes, this is from another time. If you heard my talk yesterday about the painting on the side of the Palm Harbor Library of all places. You can see it on my Swampy Florida page. Absolutely atrocious. See, watch me put in the background. I'm not putting any mountains, unlike the Palm Harbor Library that has a roseate spoonbill and mountains. Turns out the artist is from New Hampshire. There's your trouble. So many artists around Palm Harbor and Pinellas County. Chuck Banjewski could have done a really nifty little painting. It would have been cartoony like, but would have been accurate. Chainsaw Chuck, which would be surprising. Chuck. Oh, I could walk there and we would collect coupons to make money to buy the burger and fries. You know, my friend Steve Voorhees worked with at Orlando City Hall. Steve worked at the A&W Root Beer over there on East Colonial, and there was the Steaky Shake, and long before the McDonald's and all came around. Well, no, I guess that's for Steaky Shake. I worked on the demolition of Colonial Plaza and the rebuilding and all that. And I went through all the records there about it, and I knew where all those building businesses started. Now I can't remember. That was a couple of decades ago. But yeah, I know McDonald's came much later. But anyway, and of course Beefy King. But I hope you all have your Easter. I mean, I've had my Easter meal. I've got a little bit left. I had a big peep steak sandwich. Yeah, my peep. You just you cut the meat off off the peep, and you have little steaks, and you broil them. Medium rare, and they're really good. But that's just my friend Teresa Glover gave me these sparkly wild berry. What are they doing? I expect to actually see a sirloin peep sometime soon. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I was showing this. I came as I was finding I used to do Easter cards. I completely forgot that. And this is actually my stepdaughter Amber. This is from about 19. That must be about 1990 or so. I admit, I've been hit by this. I've been hit over the head many times. I never put a date on it. I don't know but I would guess it's about 1990, 1991, somewhere. 1990 probably. But yeah, I did, and I have a whole basket of them over here. I didn't realize that. Maybe get back to doing those again and feature Florida locations. Anyway, I was going to say about the buildings. Um, I'm doing the. I'm going to actually put some paint on this. I think. Unless you want me to, I don't have to put paint. Want me to just go on to another drawing? I can do that too. Let's make this a little trail coming from the church. People walking along here, maybe. But the 1900 building, what's known as the Flatiron Building in downtown Melbourne, the Pritchard House in Titusville, and then up in the air what I'm doing in Bartow, but I am doing the working on the train depot in Lake Wales and what was known as the Mammoth in Mulberry. Mulberry once had a mammoth bone was found, and so someone actually sculpted this two-story tall mammoth in Mulberry. When you took 60 across, if you ever took 60 across, I never saw this in person. I've only seen the pictures, but yes, there used to be a giant mammoth on the side of the road. Interesting. 441 West Colonial on the track. Uh, yeah, they used to, it wasn't right on Colonial though. It was off Colonial. It was a long Colonial. I mean, along 441 is what I meant. Along 441, it was set back a bit. Yes, and I can't think of the name of it. I'm trying to remember the little motel place. Something about Moon. Something about so. Oh, by the way, I was playing. I showed this yesterday. I'll show it again today. My this is my Danny Kaye action figure I came across. I'm a big fan of Danny Kaye. Big fan. So this is from Peter Cottontail, and this is Danny Kaye that was designed by Paul Coker, who died last year. Paul Coker Jr. I didn't really know. I met him a few times, but I didn't know he was an acquaintance. But I love having a Danny Kaye action figure. It's neat. I like that. I hope, all right, so let me see. Yes, yes, yes. I cannot remember the name of the restaurant. It was more of a diner type place, I believe, too. Also, and also, hold it. I just washed all my brushes. Did I put them all back? What did I do with my brushes? Got them all. I guess this is. Oh, okay, that's still right there. I misplaced them. And as I mentioned yesterday, my friend Jim Fern told me that Frosty Root Beer has shown up at Winn Dixie. I think I was just mentioning about the Aldi purchase, but this is prior to the Aldi purchase. This is not in the drink aisle. It's in this weird area Winn Dixie that they've created called the dollar aisle, but it's actually $1.25. But frankly, if you see the bottles I got in North Carolina, those are only 11 ounces. These are 32 ounces. So you get basically twice as much. Well, three times. So 11 versus 32. Very neat. Very neat. If you could think of the name of that place, I'd be interested. Something Hotel was the name of the little motel across the street. Had a neat little sign. I don't know whatever happened to that sign. Wonderful. Had little musical notes. Taking a drink there because I get, as I say, these paints around me tend to seems I'm a little bit allergic. Where's my water thing? Oh no, I dumped it out after I just did a live on Swampy's Florida, and I dumped the water, and I guess I didn't bring it back out. Hold on. Uh, Hold it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah, there used to be so many. Well, I was sharing this. I shouldn't talk so much about Florida here. That's supposed to be for Swampy's Florida. When I was really, really little, and we had to live for a little bit with my grandparents in Coral Gables, there was a place called the Biscayne Cafeteria, and Willie was one of the people there. And I was just curious, and so in the mid '90s, I went back to the Biscayne. I went looking for Willie, and I found him. That's Willie. He was 6'2" or 6'3", big, tall guy. But I remember him. He used to help me when I was really little, 4 or 5 years old, 6 years old, at the Biscayne Cafe. And I remember he was there when we went back in the '70s, and it was so neat. But that was a restaurant I remember well on the Miracle Mile in Coral Gables. Okay, let's see what I'll do here. Should I just do it? I don't have to put color on here. I could just go do another drawing. Yeah, you tell me. The only reason I'm here is, oops, I didn't mean to put that there. There, I forgot she's wearing socks, isn't she? Because this kind of slows things down a bit. I got a lot going on in this drawing. Yeah, one thing we used to do the Easter egg hunt growing up in Winter Park, and just as we were getting a little too old for it, a whole new batch of kids started showing up, older kids, and they would come and actually push all the other little children out of the way, and they'd grab everything they could. I notice now there's a limit as to what you can get at the Easter egg hunts. What a good idea, but how does a 3-year-old count to 12? Why can't we just let little children have fun? One of the pushes for me to get Swampy Florida books out is that I believe I'm going to North Carolina in June, not to the homeschool convention. So I hope to see my Princeton Elementary School art teacher and show her, because my all the original plans got derailed because of the move. Show that I actually got some. The idea was to have 6 more Swampy books done by the end of the year, and of course, in the end, I had to move. So now I'm hoping to at least get 2. I have 1. Maybe I'll get a second. Maybe 3. I can. I hope to have another maybe 12 because I'm going to do some fun ones. I'm going to do some fun Halloween. Still have some Florida history in it. And of course, we're doing these building. This building thing is really neat. I admit I have more fun with the research than I do the art part. I don't care about the art stuff. It's the research and the history. I wonder if Cherie's still here. Do you have any? Do you have anything from that? Um, which paint was I using? Um, Royal Castle. I have a. I don't know where it is in my collection right now. I have a. I have something from Royal Castle. It's it's like a. Well, when they in the schools uh, they speak through a big cylindrical thing to reach a lot of people. Wow, I can't think of the word name of it. Obviously, it's a cardboard version of it, but it's something Royal Castle gave away, and it did come from Florida, from Orlando specifically. And I don't remember even where I got it. That's the only thing I know for sure I have a Royal Castle. But I never know when I'm going to run into stuff. I just came across a Barnett Bank from Broward County. It's a little uh, medallion. I thought that is neat. The Exchange Bank was the first, longest living bank in our state, but Barnett not far behind. And did y'all go see the Easter Bunny? I actually don't recall seeing the Easter Bunny anywhere in Central Florida. Maybe someone will remind me of some of an instance, but I can't think of one. Of course, we usually went to the College Park Methodist Church. Just like that's good. Any of y'all go see the Easter Bunny? I'm curious. Whether you're in Florida or not, I don't care. I'm just curious. Anyone to see the Easter Bunny? They used to be in the malls. I know that was later. I remember taking little children to the Easter Bunny, but that was in the '90s. I believe that was Altamont Mall. In fact, that Amber I showed there, Amber and two other little boys, Taylor and Jacob, went to the Easter Bunny, Altamont Mall, and Santa Claus. So I think it's very important for little children to have, let's keep their imaginations active. I have an 8 foot long alligator that I use when I do live things with Swampy, Florida. And had it here in the apartment. I was moving it to the car because I'm going to put him in a storage room. And there was a little boy walking by, and I had the alligator on a thing I was dragging, a little cart, and the boy didn't even look at the alligator. Didn't even seem to care. Well, so a child, like the child probably was 8 years old or something, 9, maybe 10. But usually a child would have, wow, there's a big alligator. There's a big, children's imaginations are not being encouraged, unfortunately. I'm gonna give red hair only because that really works here. You know, you know. No reaction to the Easter Bunny question. Okay, okay. Give a little bit more shadow in here. I'll be heading to, if you watch my Swampy's Florida page, I'll be heading to Bradenton on, might have to go into Orlando first. It's going to be weird going from Palm Bay to Orlando to Braden Zone, but I may have to do that. I have some things in my PO box I got to get my hands on. Before they're only keeping things 3 weeks now, and they shove them off. I'm gonna call and see if they could just I can get there Friday. A lot easier. I hope I get there Friday. And I know I should move my PO box. So I'm not going to. The way things have been going, I better keep one steady address. Address I've had it for about 35 years. And as I say, it's my last little piece of real estate that I have in College Park. How about that? And a lot of people have that address. Here, I'm gonna put that down here. Oops, let me get some this right here. Everybody's gotten very quiet. I don't know why. I'll do this quick color in here. Time's getting to be 7:39. I want to get another drawing in here if I can. I just made this very complicated. So much going on. Well, thank you, Christopher, because I'm not sure who's still here too. So using this method I am for videoing, it doesn't. The other direct way was a little better way of keeping track of who's here and who's not, to some extent. But this way, I'm blind. I don't know if there's anyone over at YouTube or Twitch or nothing. Oh, and something that I know, I think I mentioned this because, um, well, let me see what I'm doing here. I'm going to catch up myself up. Oops, I'm about to make a boo boo here. Let me not do that. Anyway, I'd love to, besides some of these buildings I'm doing, I'd love to draw some of the old churches. Well, I mean the old churches, not the, not the new. Those guys are dying on the vine out there. Oh, and they need support. But we'll see how much this building thing does. It's going to depend on things. Quickly, Fine Art America should be posting a bunch of little paintings that'll be available for prints and all. I'm doing that because I got so many of these things and they're gathering up and gathering dust. And I'm being really asked to try to do something commerce wise with everything. So I'll put those up and see what happens with them. They'll probably just sit there. I appreciate the support involving River of Life, but I admit there's no history there. That's all. That's a philosophy, really. My background in philosophy and using Florida as a backdrop for that and the swampy characters. Things I learned over time. That's right. I want to get one of Carl Peters, who was one of the professors I had at Rollins for philosophy. He'd be fascinated that I'm doing this. We've now done two, not one, but two. I'd really like to see that. I think I heard he moved up north someplace, though. I know he's in his 80s. He's up there, but he'd be tickled. He worked so hard when I was at Rollins trying to find a way to combine cartooning and philosophy. He got it that I do art. That was 40 odd years, 44 4 or 5 years ago, 44 years ago. He got that the art thing I do is just something I do. It's not my drive. I'm really, my situation as it is now is really pushing that further. That's why I'm pushing it further. I'm glad for the opportunity. As I said, when I was at Rollins, I took those vocational tests. Art was on the bottom. Teaching was just teaching, and uh, uh, engineering were at the top. And I do like those better. No sense there's a little shadow down here. It's a little trail I give. I've given her much room there. Keep bouncing around. All right, Carl. I'll see you later. Thank you for coming by. All right. I was thinking for the um, if I was to do something, I'd love to do something with some buildings in Dade City or Pasco County, some of the old buildings that are still standing. As I point out, the two types of buildings that tend to stand the longest are restaurants and churches. Not much else stands business-wise or maintains its integrity. Others come and go. You know what? This needs a little something extra there. A little something. There we go. Something like that. What time is it? 7:40. Let me see if I do something really quick after this, real quick, like a buddy. A little darker. Get a little bit of purple. Oh, look how much that's buckling. Wow. Oops. Yeah, there you go. Poppin', Poppin' J. A little bit of purple out here. Oh, I see one other thing I gotta do. And I'll stop and do another quick drawing real quickly here. And one thing I didn't do, I have assignment. I don't know if it'll take it. Oh, that looks okay. Let me see about doing another drawing real quick. You know what? I see something else here. All right. Oh, give me just a moment here. Hmm, a little more frosty there. I typically do lives over my cartoons by Rob Smith to your page during the week, but this week's going to be probably a little different. I am making the trip to Bradenton on Thursday, and then I'm going to be overnight in Bushnell. I'll be in Ocala on Friday. If I do any lives, I might do them Monday and Tuesday. They may be about these buildings I'm working on. And I may do them over in Swampy, Florida instead of the cartoons page. We'll see. I've been hoping to work on those buildings nonstop, but I've had some things I've got to get ready for certain things happening here. This apartment, I've been moving things and getting things ready. Yeah, well, if you want to take it up, now's the time. Time's a wasting, as Snuffy Smith says. But it's up to you. And what helps, I don't care about the drawing part. What gets me is I'm trying to get the Florida history out. You know what? Here's a thought. Let's take advantage of that royal castle that kept coming up. I think this is a royal castle cake crate of some sort. I think I shared the royal castle um, cardboard thing I had a couple years ago here. I right now do not know where it is. It's in a box somewhere. I wouldn't draw it all if I didn't have reason to do it. As I say, these I've gone through these lives where I'll draw right now, I'll finish this drawing, and then I won't draw again until the next live Saturday. Now that won't be the case this week because I'll be in Bradenton with this elderly care facility where I'm going to be doing the very rare caricature thing, which I'm pretty much not doing anymore, unless someone knows what I do, has seen me do it before, because I'm not doing cold calls. But I don't have to. I ain't doing them, and I don't have to, so I ain't doing them. There you go. All right, I got 7 minutes. Ooh, can I paint that fast? It's decorating those eggs that are going to be the tough part. Well, maybe I'll take advantage. This the action figure I showed you is from Here Comes Peter Cottontail, and in that all the eggs are one color, I believe. They're all either red or blue or green. If I do that, I can do this pretty quick. One of the reasons I'm doing the watercolor is these buildings I'm doing are going to be in watercolor, and I can tend. I'm very, as I say, I'm not into the art stuff, but I am into accuracy. I could take years painting those things, and I can't. I have to do them quickly. The Pritchard House one, I have to have ready a week from now because it'll. I'm turning it in at our Titusville meeting next a week from Monday. A week from Monday, so I got to have it ready to go. But I have more pencil drawings to have done of structures by Tuesday, and I've been spending a lot of time reorganizing everything here. But if you're going to draw, if you have to, there's just no money in it. If you just want to kill some time, I mean, I'd say invest your time in other things. Do something that's going to mean something. Well, I gotta get that a lot darker. What are we doing time wise? 5 minutes. I can't get it done in 5 minutes. I'll tell you that right now. I can go into 8 o'clock a little bit. I used to do the old caricature thing at the Disney Military Industrial Complex. There, I had to do drawings really fast. I had to learn how to do them fast because I'm not as much as I don't like doing it. I'm not into the art thing. I don't mind drawing. It's not that I don't like drawing. It's not my. I've got other things, and I'm glad I could do it to help communicate, get people to care about our history. Number one top priority to me, or politics. If you know me, I love politics. I had to learn to paint very fast. But I had some great people around me to do it. Roller Castle was orange and brown, I think. Ooh, I just used orange. Oh, let's do this the quick way. Let's get this in here. Pop, 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 pop. Draw an alien chasing what bunny? I admit I'm focusing in on Easter stuff, and then I won't. Well, who knows? I like drawing bunnies and fun film to watch this time of year. My friend Tabitha Cornelius was raising questions about the status of the Easter Bunny. And one way to really look at the Easter Bunny is it possibly being of the puka variety. That's one reason I like seeing a combination of, or I like that St. Patrick's Day tends to be close to Easter because it kind of helps bring out the idea of the puka bunny, Easter Bunny being something. Because we humans harbor such wild fantasies, myths and fantasies we hold so dear. Duck. No, actually, that's a chick, a baby chick. It does, yeah, I would draw a bigger bill. There's a big body on that chick. That's the only thing. Almost looks like a peep body, doesn't it? Yeah, I could. Oh gosh, I just was thinking about chicks and I ended up putting yellow in there. All right. Yeah, these buildings are going to be watercolored, and they're going to be very expensive. There's going to be an inexpensive version, is what the goal is, and a very expensive version. There'll be one that'll probably be $100, and others that'll be many thousands. That's my assignment. So I've got to make sure they look good, but I got them quick too. I've never always thought my building pictures were always a little. Wow, that's a rotten. The hell did I just do there? I like the blue I had. I don't like that. All right, and I hit 8 o'clock. Ah, shite. What is that? What's going on with this brush? Oh, it must be in the paint I'm hitting. Ow. That's a little dark. Sure going to show up more. Yeah, I may work on the watercolor for the buildings on my Swampy Florida page since it is all swampy. I could do something here or on my cartoons page. I won't do it here. I don't want to do too many lives here because this is captured. This attaches to such a wide swath of people. When you do a live, it kind of gets in the way of folks trying to post, and I know that, so I try not to put it here like that. Wow, look at that water. By the way, the buildings I'm doing are on board, not on paper, like this is. The drawback of not going to the homeschool convention is I need more. I'm going to need more of this paper. I know there's an entire box of it. I believe an entire box I haven't opened in the storage room. But the rate I've been using it during these lives, I'm going to need some soon, or at least by summer. I consider that. I mean, by fall, I consider that soon. Oh, I something done Roy Castle. Okay, what am I left over with here? Well, Teresa Glover's favorite color, purple. Oh, Bill, hello, Bill Dussinger. Yeah, those I should. I'll probably be doing those over on my Swampy's Florida page. And there are structures here in Florida, and these will be available for sale. But there is not just the building. There's something I like that's a part of it. But those should be I shouldn't say anything about availability, and then I'm only at the pencil stages. But there'll be some for the Bartow show I'm doing in June. And the one I'm doing for Titusville is going to be a building that'll be for sale, but I'm going to use that building for one of these for the same project. My problem is again that I don't get caught up too much in the details of things, which I tend to do a lot of. Just almost done here. Wow, I'm having trouble getting paint. Play your silly game. And I'll probably put. I may also do them on my cartoons page too. There's a possibility I'll do them there. I know you're not in Florida, Bill, but these are significant historic structures, um, and I'm working on about I guess 6 of them right now. But the Pritchard House is going to be I have to have done a week from now. Not quite sure how I'm going to get it done, but somehow I will. I will be on the road. One egg to decorate. I'm curious to see them too. Funny you mentioned that. Oh, I did kind of purple, didn't I? Yeah, I gotta get them done. Then I can. Well, I'm first doing pencils. Well, some I'm doing complete. It's a long story. They're going to 3 different places. One's going to one place. One's going to one place, or going to one place. Two are going to another place, and 4 or 5 are going to still another place. But right now, my working is just for a couple. Just getting a few of those done. All right, so there you are. There is a baby chick with some eggs. Here's a little girl running after church. Gosh, that light blue needs some help, doesn't it? Hold it, give me a moment. Let me just do this up with that light blue. That's a big brush, big brush. Wow, you can't see that at all. I'm gonna need some paint. That's the problem. There we go. That's a little more than I wanted, but I'll make it work. I guess Sherry. I was gonna ask Sherry or Sherry to stop at donut place and send me a picture because I haven't been there in a while. I don't know when I'm gonna get by there. In fact, wow, I'm thinking that area is in a bad spot for me. Sort of, unless I took 27 to 192. Yeah, I used to use that as a cut through area involving the Disney Military Industrial Complex. But now that I'm in this part of the state, it won't make sense to go that way anymore. Ooh, just thinking of that. I hadn't thought of that. It's going to be an area I'm not going to get too much anymore. I don't believe. Ooh. Hey, Jeannie. Good evening. I was. How many postcards do you have of Moy's, or those that may show it? I just came across one that's pretty neat, but you may have it's actually the Hollywood. I sent you one that had you could see Moy's to the side, but it was not marked. Then I found one from I just recently found one that's a little later, 1954, 56, that does show it. So you probably already have it, I guess. And I'm trying to figure out a time to get down there. In fact, I found at a bookseller. I just finally got my hands on Adventures with Reptiles, the book of Ross Allen. One of the FABA, one of the Florida antiquarian booksellers had it. It should be arriving my PO box, maybe at my PO box now for all I know. I'll know later this week, I think. But she's down that your neck of the woods. I was calling her, say if she had a store, I'd just come on down, give me another reason to get there. But no, she doesn't have a store. She's dots, dots on the dot. Are you still here? Did Jeannie come and go? Oh, still trying to figure out how to get down there that way. Things keep getting in the way, like all these projects, which I need to do, and I am. All right, I signed it. I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm going to go back over it with some dark lines. Where's the other one I did? So they're here. Oh, there's that. And then I just did one at. Well, that was quick. I lost one I did during. Oh, here it is. I didn't share this. This is the one I did during. Where is your sister giving the lecture? I think you mentioned this before. Where is it? What's the date? I'm giving a talk. I'm going to give a. I just agreed to give a talk June 28th at Fort King. I'm going to make up a story about with Swampy, Florida, about Fort King during the Seminole Indian Wars. I don't know what the story is going to be. I'll probably what I may do is I may go ahead and I'll write a story which may end up as a Swampy, Florida book, but I may also make up a story while I'm there and show get some of the. It's all. This is going to be a summer camp thing. I'll get them interactive with me because I just love just like this. This is all the stuff I made up. None of this I didn't plan any of this. Oh, is this something you sent me recently or? Do 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 do. Hold on, let me do this while I'm here because I'll forget and let me make sure. Any cubits. And do you have the postcard? It's a shot. I'll see a picture. If you don't have it, I'll get it. You may. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I know about the Trailblazers. That Oh, is this what this is? I think I did click this. Fort Lauderdale history. Florida. I hate this. This thing is history. Fort Lauderdale history. Miami. That is incorrect English and poorly. This is poor management. Fort Lauderdale history, and again, then they do with the Galleria thing too. No, descriptive comes before the noun. Come on, guys. If we're gonna act like a bunch of stupid idiots, just don't do stuff like this. All right, that's what just inflames me to know. And same with zoo. Zoo Tampa will always be Lowry Park Zoo to me. I don't care. I don't care. And the Miami Zoo, it'll always be Miami Zoo. These, I know what they're doing, and it's just bigots and racists. It makes me angry. But they shouldn't do that. All right, this is March 6th. March 6th, is there another one? I see March 6th. That's all I see. I ain't seen nothing else. But they need to learn English. My family's only been teaching English in Florida for over 100 years. It's a big deal with me. Yeah, I don't see where there's anything other than that, Jeannie. You got something else? You got something else? Sunday at Sterling Road. What Sunday? What? Ice cream Sunday? When she giving the talk in July? What July? What July? I don't have anything else from you. Nope. When is it in July? I couldn't do March 6th because that came up just as I was. I'm still settling. I'm finally going to the DMV this. Oh yeah, you sent me a picture of these. Yeah, I'm back. I found the Ross Allen book last night. This morning, actually, 3:30 a.m. So I'm good. That's my next project. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't see it, Jeannie. You still there? Did you leave? What do you, I don't know. You say July 14th, Sunday at the Sterling Road Library. I didn't get that message. I didn't get that message. I got some about March 6th, but not July 14th. And you may have mentioned it before here during one of the lives. I didn't make a note of it. I will do that because also I didn't have a good calendar. I've only had it for about 2.5 weeks, and here it is. All right, here, I'm going to do this right here, right now, and I got to get out of here. I'm not going to be able to use this. Golly, I just made a mess. Uh, but this calendar is working great. There's July 14th. What time is that? Do you know what time that is? You do. Actually, I'll go over to the page. There's actually a reason we didn't do. We're talking about me doing a. That's a Sunday. What do you know? What time? 1 p.m. 1 p.m. I've been to the Sterling Road, Sterling Library branch. They have some books for sale out off to the left and the back on the right. In library talk. Let me see if I can arrange to come down there. This is what I need to do. Give me something to do, and I'll get something done. You need any help with that? That even helps more. Give me commit something. This is your sister. All right. God, I got so much going on here. All right, so July 14th. I just put it here. Yeah, I had a horrible calendar. I just got this one. I'm already, greatly using it. Never should use the other one. It didn't work. Made me crazy. I may have. I don't know how I could have put it in there actually, the way it was designed. All right, I'm gonna let these dry. I'll put some black line to them. I'm gonna scan them in. I'll post them along the way. And I thank you all for being here. Has it under control? She loves to talk. Well, very good. But I mean, or anything else you need me to do, just give me. I like having something to do, but I have plenty I could also do because I need to meet up with the Harrises out that way, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. I need to see if I can stay overnight over at where Manfred is there, Coconut Creek. And then hopefully dovetail all that with a visit to my grandparents' grave. Maybe July. That would work out terrific because my May and June are looking really busy. All right, I will see you later. Thank you all for being here. Go eat your chocolate. Go eat your chocolate. Here's my chocolate Easter. It's a baby Binks. How about that, baby Binks? Baby Binks. So there's your chocolate Easter egg. Easter bunny. All right. Take care. Have a great night. I should be back here next Saturday about 7 p.m. and maybe on my cartoons page or Swampy page tomorrow. We'll see. Working on buildings. Talk to you later. Rob Smith here. I got to remember how to turn this off. Hold on. I got to do it with two hands, though. It won't let me do it with one.